We were taught not to believe in fate, but fate is true, and I'll prove it to you. Some people were meant to be rich, and others were just not. When researching why people become wealthy, it tries to make logic out of something that is not logical. Sometimes, the best product wasn't even the one that sold the most, but instead, it was the one that came out first. Why would this be if there was a logical reason for people to become rich? This is a prime example. Monopoly was copywritten and sold by Elizabeth Magie, before it was called Monopoly. It was first called the Landlord's game. Elizabeth Magie, a bold and progressive woman, invented this game in 1903 to demonstrate the tragic effects of land grabbing. Lo and behold, it was later renamed as Monopoly, and Charles Darrow stamped his name on it, even though it did not belong to him. Monopoly is now a famous board game and a great American pastime. Tell me why the first version of the Landlord's game didn't sell. Monopoly only became popular after Charles Darrow stole it. The reason why Monopoly didn't sell under Elizabeth Magie is still a mystery. Neither Elizabeth Magie nor Charles Darrow had promotions or sales skills. It wasn't Elizabeth Magie's turn to become rich, just dumb luck. Another example of the fate of the rich becomes more important than the product's inventor. The sewing machine was first branded by Elias Howe, who later sued to receive royalties, but lost in the battle of selling sewing machines against the opposer Isaac Singer and the Singer Corporation, who stole their idea. The Elias Howe machine was exactly the same product as the Isaac Singer machine, and was not capable of selling the device, even though before this device was invented, all sewing had to be done by hand. Does this make any sense whatsoever just because Elias Howe wasn't meant to be rich? According to self-made millionaire Steve Siebold, the wealthy have a distinct set of beliefs, philosophies, and strategies than those who identify as middle class. This is what they tell you. When you research why people are rich, they say that people who become rich have a different frame of mind. But is this true? If I offered you a product that makes life easier for you and that honestly isn't sold by anybody else, you would not just buy the product because it makes your life more enjoyable or easier. The fact that becoming rich has nothing to do with logic makes you think that the middle class are meant to be average because of some divine power that tells people to sponsor others not due to their trust, but due to their astronomical readings that this person was chosen to be better than others. There are countless examples of people who make the first product and their product works better than the one that was sold as a copy. Let's take, for example, television. Philo Taylor Farnsworth invented the television in 1927 at the age of 21, and 3 years later, Vladimir Zworykin visited his lab to view this invention, which he had also been trying to create and ended up lifting his ideas. They both sold televisions, but Philo Taylor Farnsworth's version didn't sell as well as Vladimir Zworykin's RCA version. Later, establishing that the television tube sold by RCA was faulty, RCA still sold more televisions than Farnsworth. Now tell me that this wasn't dumb luck and fate. People would rather buy a defective product than buy from the person who invented the product. Louis Schiff, author of Business Brilliant, believes that the self-made wealthy know that it's the excellent execution of ordinary ideas that really creates wealth in America. Come on, do you believe if I gave you a typewriter that could save and reprint automatically in 1864, that you would still use the other version that only typed on paper? Yet this is the same scenario that has happened throughout history.